Alrighty. We'll get underway here shortly. I feel bad because, you know, I start these streams off usually with like an opening screen with music. And, you know, some of you guys kindly come in and talk and chat and I can't respond to you, like text-wise. So we'll have a minute of this while, you know, maybe if you guys want to look at the lineups. While I just get everything all situated. Got some on the docket here for tonight. We are taking on the Nats 3. Well, we'll get to the Pirate points here momentarily. So okay, I think everything is working. We are live. Sorry for the late start tonight, everybody. We'll see how it goes. We'll top into the Pirate points going into the episode tonight. By the way, we are live on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to like and subscribe, please do. Would love to have you. Also on X and Discord is in the description. So going into the Pirate points before we enter the game tonight. Point number 1, obviously player debuts. It's literally in the title of the episode. Well, we'll see what the final title is, but going live title, it's in the title of the episode. We got 3 players debuting tonight. Of course, you know, Griffin, Conine, and right. Max Meyer making technically his second start with us, but his stream debut, and of course his catching battery mate Nick Fortes, which came over in the deal with the Marlins. All 3 of those get a start tonight, a debut, and we'll see what happens. See if they've improved this team at all. I feel as though it was the best deal at the time to address some of the needs that we need in this surprisingly tough NL Central. We'll see what happens. Only time will tell. Point number 2, this game takes place 2 days before the All-Star break. I probably won't touch the All-Star game. I'm just not interested, and I hate that because I know some people are. Based on the voting that I had looked at before I went live here, it looked like we could have a couple pitchers make it into the All-Star game. Of course, Skeens, Oviedo, and Bednar seem like they will probably be our only 3 representatives in the All-Star game this year. So pretty confident it will just be those 3. No position players are really even in the top 5 in any position except maybe Brian Reynolds, but I don't think he's going to make it. And then last but not least, we got the draft. Oh, that text is small. After the game tonight, we will be doing the 2026 player draft. Been actually scouting some good prospects. Hopefully we don't have what happened last year. This year, there's a prospect we want as we pick 22nd overall as our first pick. So hopefully he will fall down that way. And this guy could be a difference maker, you know. But that's in the future. We're working on the Nats now. Let's get into the game here tonight as I make just a few more changes here. Whoops. I meant to do that last. Let's make this really tiny where I can see chat a little better. And we're going to slide this over right there where I can see. All right, and here we go. 55 and 39. I know we've played the Nationals already this year. It's just the way the schedule falls with the debut of Max Meyer. Meyer hasn't been very good with the Fish, but so we're going to ignore all of his stats and consider it 0-0 in a way.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good
What's up,
one
Amish?
coming at you. It's the Washington Nationals
D-backs and Rays.
going up against
Yeah, I got
the
Cubs
Pittsburgh
Dodgers pulled
Pirates.
on. Cubs just gave up the lead. It's such a tough team to face. Checking out some of the game's storylines. Brian Reynolds on a hitting streak. Mitch Keller continues to improve as he gets a win against the Phillies. Wow, the Cubs are really going to give up a lot of runs. Starting pitching, which we've seen a lot in the storylines, have just been very good, and the bullpen's starting to step it up as well. Then over in the league news, Bregman hits a career milestone, 800 career RBIs. Kevin Gausman with his 10th game. J.J. Weatherholt, the number 2 prospect for St. Louis, makes his debut and goes hitless. And there are a couple more standing updates. And then in the farm report, Sam Sinecor is very close to moving up to AAA. Our number one prospect in our organization is he's not hitting for a lot of power, but he is doing very well in the minors at AA. Could be called up to AAA very soon. And then Groves and Chandler doing their thing. Tamar Johnson still swinging a hot bat. He has found his bat as well. And Harrington and Griffin doing their thing. So let's check in with, I guess, Brian Reynolds, right?
Today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now.
7 games
Sit
for Reynolds.
back and relax because this
Looking
guy's about to put on a show.
Now, of course, with the trade that we just pulled off of the Marlins in the last episode, you know, Brian Reynolds is now becoming a DH. We've got better fielders out there. Schwarber's just not hitting.
First pitch
whether it's me using him or him simulating. So Schwarber's going to be a bench bat for now.
So just about set now. Starting on the mound in this one, Max Meyer.
Here we go.
How about a scouting report on
Max
him?
Meyer.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W.
All right, let's take a look at Max Meyer. As you saw by the graphic there, 3-11 with a 5.66 ERA. That was with the Marlins this season. Marlins do not have a good offense. They're bottom in a lot of offensive categories. We're a little better than that. We're top 10 in the top 10, I should say, in a lot of categories. So let's see how Meyer does with an offense behind him. As you can see, he does have good games. You know, these are with the Marlins. You know, he went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs. 7 innings, didn't give up any runs. 7 innings, 1 run. He has potential to be a very good backup or back into the rotation type starter. And I guess you could consider it, you know, what do you call it? A tryout. You know, he's 26. You know, we have some very talented pitchers in our organization. Bubba Chandler being one of them. Harrington being another one.
If you do that, you'll look up.
We'll see what we got here tonight. Against the Nationals, fallen under 500 since the last time we've seen them.
Jacob Young, the leadoff batter, as he looks at
Here's
ball 1.
Jacob Young. Come in with a 2-game lead in the Central over the Brewers.
Next offering is in.
We saw them in the last episode.
Would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes.
Now we're all in.
Swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling.
Of course, this is near the All-Star break, so we got to reevaluate this team halfway through the year. I think we're doing very well.
Here's a 1-2.
Jacob Young strikes out. First strikeout as a Pirate from Max Meyer. Slider is his put-away pitch.
Because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's the left fielder, James Wood.
I'm liking what I've seen from him.
A lot of talented hitters on this Nationals team.
Hitting streak.
First pitch, and he just
Not
misses.
help us any. James Wood hitting .299 on the year. But I guess it's the pitching staff and why the Nationals are under 500, because they've got some really good hitters in this lineup.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just
Amish, I appreciate the resub with Prime. Thank you, my dude. For some reason, it's not showing up on my activity feed. I just saw it, though. Thank you, sir.
Here's a 1-1.
Appreciate you always being here. Two and 1, James Wood. I heard the WrestleMania results. Yeah, I don't really exactly know what happened at the end between Cena and Rhodes. Like, I know who won, but I'm a little confused on... I haven't seen the video of what actually happened.
Here's a 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
But I didn't really watch a single second of WrestleMania this year. Saw Joe Hendry wrestled Randy Orton. Randy Orton won that match as he should.
Into foul ground. And makes the
Fortes
grab.
retires Wood, 2
There's
down.
2 away. Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Stone Garrett.
And Boog, he's the table setter for this offense. Team leader and on-base percentage. I mean, that
Stone
just gives your
Garrett
teammates
on the
plenty
trade
of
block
chances
for
to
the
cash
Nats.
in and bring him around to score. Man, I used to love when I had a guy out in second base or third base. Easy to get those RBIs. Game after game.
The funniest was
you know, a
after
guy like
Mania
this,
presser with
what he's
Cena,
gonna
though.
provide and the opportunities that other guys are going to get in the lineup.
Let's check out the slightly altered defense for the Pirates here tonight. Palacios sliding over to left field. Cruz in center. Griffin Conine coming over in the Marlins trade, playing right field. Billy Cook at third, getting the start for Ke'Bryan Hayes. Isaiah Connor-Falefa at short. Nick Gonzalez at second. Spencer Horowitz at first. Battery mate from Max Meyer, Nick Fortes behind the plate. He's going to try to get the starts when Meyer is on the bump. And DH, we have Brian Reynolds in support of Mr. Meyer.
That one
And
ripped
Nathaniel
right
Lowe
center
rips that
field.
fastball
That's
right
back
field.
there.
That's going to stay in the yard.
And it hits the fence.
Conine will
And he's
get it in
second
quickly,
with
and a
a
two-out
two-out
double
double.
for Nathaniel Lowe.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Absolutely.
I have a hard time getting him out.
blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over. But that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now it's Juan Yepes.
That's a quick clickbait question.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
1-0 to Juan Yepes
Well, you always
DHing.
want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
And that's through there for a strike.
1-1.
And it's 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss.
slider.
He was out front.
1-2.
They were sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider.
Yeah, I think these are the.
For his commitment.
I went with a
Now he's
different
gonna have to
year.
battle with 2 strikes.
I can't remember which year this was, but
Right
ground
side.
ball. Gonzalez.
Gonzalez sends it to
Throw him
first.
out.
That's out
Nationals
number
get a
3.
double, but do not come around the score. Good clean
Nationals
inning
leave 1.
for Max
And now the
Meyer.
Pirates will take their
Buccos
turn
coming
in a
up.
Scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show.
Against Jake Irvin. I said the wrong name in the tweet.
Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Jake Irvin. And Singy, it's unique.
Number
these
4 in
days,
their
but
rotation.
He's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows.
We'll see if
he
we
needs
have a
to
better
miss
episode than we
barrels,
did
get
last
some
time.
Soft contact. Let the defense do one.
Oh, fastest man in baseball, yeah. Checking out Jake Irvin, starter for the Nationals here, 29-year-old, 77 overall righty. Fastball, slurve, sinker, cutter, and circle change. 5-9 on the year, ERA exactly at 5. And, you know, he's been hit and miss. Apparently he went 2/3 of an inning in his last outing, but then he goes 8 innings, 5 innings, 8 innings. Complete game shutout here against whichever team this was. I don't know how his opponent is the Nationals, if he's on the Nationals, but hey, that's whatever. I wish they would really fix this bug. But anyway. We'll see what we got tonight.
And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
O'Neal Cruz leading us off here tonight. Shuffle the lineup a little bit.
That one is
And O'Neal Cruz is going to rip that to right field. We going gap shopping early here in Pittsburgh. And Cruz will take his place at second base, leadoff double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin
start.
off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Brian Reynolds here. Fastball for
here's
a strike
Reynolds.
at 95. Reynolds with some impressive production lately.
Now becoming a DH. It's not that he's a bad fielder. It's just with the acquisition of Griffin Conine.
Right now,
He is the worst fielder as he's going to hit that to left field. That will drop in and get by the left fielder. O'Neal's going to score. Reynolds around to second, thinking about three, and he's going, and he will make it. 1-0 Buccos early.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself
Yes,
to stay
sir.
back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
A little bit of a misplay out there in left field. And the center fielder, I guess, shaded was a little more shaded to the right. I think that was Stone Garrett out there in left field.
And now the first baseman.
Let's find out who is in left field, shall we? Here's the defense for the Nationals. That's James Wood out there in left field having some issues. Jacob Young in center. Stone Garrett is in right field. Brady House, Nasim Nunez, Luis Garcia, Nathaniel Lowe around the infield. Really good infield. Keibert Ruiz behind the plate, and Yepes, I think it's Juan Yepes, is DHing in support of Jake Irvin. Here's Horwitz.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Very good year. Fourth in the first base, voting for the National League. I don't think he's going to make it quite, though.
Here comes a pitch. That one fouled off.
0-2. Pirates already got one in here in the first.
Foul ball still 0-2. Reynolds at third with nobody out. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good take there, 1-2. Slowly tap to the shortstop. Reynolds will score.
Zips it to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Spencer is out. 2-0 Pittsburgh here early.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate.
There's Falefa.
Fouled off left side.
A lot of fastballs early. That's a changeup. Silly me.
The 0-1. And there's a foul ball.
Silly me.
1 out, base is empty. Hit on the ground.
Jammed me on the sinker. Nunez will throw out IKF. 2 down.
Here's a Pirates lineup.
There
now.
is our lineup for
And
tonight.
An important bat for them, batting 5th in this one. Griffin Conine.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean,
Conine's played in 1 game since coming over for us from the Marlins, and he went 1 for 4.
Very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about
Here's
him,
his
and,
debut,
he's a guy that
stream
you really
debut.
kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Griffin Conine coming over from the Marlins. Got some mostly good feedback about the trade. Had a couple of you say that I could have sent more. I kind of agree with that. I thought about adding a third player to it, but I just couldn't find a proper player that fit.
And that one fouled off.
One and 1 to Conine. Outside 2.5. We have a lead on the Brewers. That tells me they lost their game. So.
Two balls,
Chasing there, 2-2.
So
the 28-year-old right fielder.
Sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
2 down, nobody on.
Wow.
Looking.
Backdoor slurve. Umpire's going to call it.
But 2 runs for him, and
We
they
do
jump
get 2,
ahead.
though.
We head to the second from
Pirates up
PNC
2-0
Park.
after 1.
It's the Pirates 2 and the Nationals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Luis Garcia.
All right, Meyer's got a lead now.
Well, after scoring runs, this
There
sort of
is
looking
Luis
for that
Garcia
shutdown
leading it off
inning,
for
get
the
that hot
Nationals.
team back in there to swing the bats.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Meyer.
Garcia's going to be an
6-foot
interesting
righty,
free agent in a couple of years.
26 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year.
A lot of contact.
And that one missing.
Very good
On the
vision.
Side, a sharp slider.
Boog, our man, Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Oof.
Next offering
1 and
in
2.
there for a strike. And the count 1 and 2. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part.
Pretty good. Let me switch this out right here. One and 2. Our boy
On the
slowly
ground, the
tapped
first,
Horowitz.
He takes
Had
it
a
on
very
his own.
rough
1
outing.
down.
Was not very good defensively. Just had a miserable game in the Brewers game. Struck out
And
4
now the
times,
right
had 2
fielder,
missed plays.
Stone Garrett. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a
Executed your
season,
very
Chris.
first home run last week with Lawrence Butler. I still haven't done that yet. Like, I get the purpose of the meter. I think it's definitely better designed. I just haven't done it yet. I bet it felt good.
Just missed. Next pitch is outside.
3-0 to Stone Garrett. Who'd you rob? Or did you rob? Wait, who did you rob?
And there's a strike.
3-1. Max Meyer is mostly a pitch to contact guy. Even though in real life he struck out 13 hitters.
But missed the spot.
He's going to allow a walk there.
Right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
Here is Ruiz.
Swings and pulls
Why
it
is
foul
every
to the
time
right
someone's
side.
on base, the meter is just so daggum fast? I don't know what the meter's tied to. Is it tied to hits per 9, pitching clutch? Because it is ridiculously fast, and it causes you to hang pitches. There we go. That one was a little slower.
Line drive to short and
Nice play by IKF.
Back to the dugout after
Luis
the
lines it out to him.
But you will get some high fives.
2 down. Garrett
You
goes
make
back to
good contact,
first.
You feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
at the plate, Brady House.
And here is Brady House, another very talented player.
And a foul ball.
I'll have to go look at it. I want to see who you robbed. Was it something where you were like, oh, I got this, or did you just try it and you just pulled it off? Because that would be my reaction. I'd be like, nah, we'll see if we can do this.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Garrett leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
0-2 to Brady House. Ground ball, Horwitz off of the wrist.
Can't come up with it.
Still continues to take a sweet time, and House is going to reach.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat.
Horwitz at first is becoming a problem.
Pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an
He
0-2
just
count.
can't field anything. I don't know why either. His fielding 70 is in the upper 70s. What are we doing?
Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
All right, so Nunez up now.
And that is out of play.
Heck of a game between the Cubs and Diamondbacks last week, right?
And the slider just
21.
misses.
Yeah. That's a fine trade.
Fought off foul.
I think it was a fine trade he did. Like I said, everything in his franchise is different than mine. Like, players are doing better or worse. Ground ball. Horwitz will grab this one. Steps on the bag. A walk and a blunder.
Now to the bottom of the second.
But they remain stranded. 2-0 Pirates.
Nationals nothing. Back here at PNC Park, bottom of the inning. And now here is Nick Gonzalez.
All right, Nick Gonzalez leading it off here, batting in the 6th spot.
Irvin back to work.
Like I said, we were trying to shuffle the lineup a little bit.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Gonzalez pulls it left field, and Wood will grab it. I keep saying
Woods.
Woods. It's Wood. We'll grab it. 1 out.
So up next, Josh
I
Palacios.
chose the annoying announcer, PA announcer. And Palacios hits that ball hard to right field, but that will be run down.
Makes the grab, and there's 2
I was just going to
gone.
say, Palacios has been hitting the ball really good. That average creeping up around 265.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Nick Fortes.
Here we go, Nick Fortes.
This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you
First
talk
Pirate
about
at bat.
preventing runs from being scored.
1-0.
This guy is
Now,
a
I will
big
say Nick Fortes, not really known for his offense. He does have excellent plate vision, though. Love to see that, and his clutch is pretty good. But we mostly acquired him because, A, in the game, he's a battery mate for Max Meyer. And then, B, Andy Rodriguez is a good catcher, but defensively, he just hasn't been cutting it. So we mostly got Fortes as the backup catcher, for his defense, So we'll see if that provides any help.
contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
1-1.
2 outs,
That
base is
317
empty.
average, I wouldn't look too much into it. The Marlins barely used him. That was maybe like 7
Innings gonna
games
come
he
around.
was in.
He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Yeah, we lost Joey Bart to an injury, torn MCL. So he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Okay, this is not going to work anymore, is it?
ball. Another 2-2 upcoming.
What's up, Brian? What you been doing, man?
2 outs.
Mm.
Got him swinging.
Sir, Fortes will strike out.
So they go quietly there. We head on down to the top of the third.
2 hard hit balls and a
Pirates
strikeout.
2,
Not doing
and the
it
Nationals
for
nothing.
the Pirates. Max Meyer going back out. Going to Guards games? Yeah, they've been winning.
Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
Look at these numbers we had against the Cardinals in the last series. Pitching staff was great, man. I don't know what to say. If we make it to the playoffs, it's going to be because of our pitching. I truly believe that. And hopefully with the addition of Max Meyer, it will provide some back-end help.
Slice to right, and it stays fair.
Jacob Young gets a leadoff hit.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first.
It's a new game thing.
They try to get him into motion.
So digging in, James Wood.
Guarantee you he's going to
0
try to
for 1.
steal.
And that
When we
one's a
played the
little
Nats
bit
earlier,
low.
he was
1-0.
pretty aggressive.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning.
Gunther
to get on the
choked out
scoreboard after
Pat
that leadoff
McAfee.
hit, and
Yeah.
the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get
I saw
going.
that. That was a decision.
Meyer
Oh, he was
checks
leaning.
on first. Young back on
He'd
a
be
dive.
leaning.
Young aboard here at first with nobody out.
That's going to, of course, cut through the right side. I'm telling you, man, I just can't catch a break.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Everything came together.
Just
for
can't
him.
throw the right
Solid
pitch at
swing
the
from
right
start
time.
to
When you do,
end.
they still
On
get a
time
hit.
with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second, no outs. Here's Nathaniel Lowe.
Here's Lowe.
Doubled in his first AB.
Oh, yeah, by the way, GTA 5 came back to Game Pass. So that's cool.
Ground ball could be 2.
Double play ball.
Over to Connor Falefa. On the
Horowitz
double
to Falefa, back to Horowitz. Big double play ball there.
I mean, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield.
3-6-3.
First baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double
We learned our
play,
lesson.
and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's Juan Yepes. 0 for 1. He grounded
Wish it was
out in his
crossplay.
first
Is it still
at-bat.
not crossplay yet? I thought it was crossplay.
Out in front and foul to the left side.
Yeah, looks like the Dodgers have this one wrapped up.
2 outs and a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Cubs had such a tough schedule, man, to start off the year. I swear. I don't know what they were thinking when they were like, hey, you got to face the Dodgers like 12 times in the first 3 weeks, you know. You have to face Padres, Diamondbacks. Athletics was easy.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
But, I mean, considering where they're at, it's not too bad.
2 outs. On the
Ground ball,
right
Gonzalez.
side.
Takes a weird route to the ball every
On to
time.
first, out number 3.
And Max Meyer, with the help of his defense,
So
ironically,
left
gets
for
out of it.
Washington. They trail things here 2-0.
Oh, okay. GTA 5 is just kind of useless to me now. They've re-released that game so
Back here
many
at the
times.
ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Chandler Sampson bunt, barely foul.
Center field, Young.
Billy Cook swinging at the first pitch.
He's there.
1 down.
He's got it. And there's
Hey
one
guys, tell
down.
me you haven't seen this before, right? We score some runs in the first inning and we don't do anything since then.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. O'Neal Cruz, the next
Another good
Pirates
timing
hitter.
out. Love to see
He
it.
hit a leadoff double in the bottom of the first.
Here's Cruz.
Top of the zone.
Let off the
and it's
game with a
called
double.
strike.
So O'Neal Cruz is named after Paul O'Neal. That was his father's idol in baseball, so he named his son O'Neal.
Oh my God.
In 2022, they finally
Yep.
met each other.
We're gonna
when the
get-
Pirates
we're gonna
played
get
the
throttled
Yankees
here.
in New York, and I'm sure that was a moment that O'Neal Cruz will never forget.
That's to third.
Tap to Mr. House.
Handles, throws to
They
first.
just throw Cruz out.
Number
2
2.
down. Chandler Simpson strikes out. That's all right. Give him
2
time.
down, base is empty. To the plate now for Pittsburgh.
He's like
is the
PCA. He's going to strike out a lot at
Brian
first,
Reynolds.
but he's going to find it.
1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Not
Counts
close
1-0.
with that one. Ball 1.
Brian Reynolds with a
He's been raking
triple in his
recent
first at bat.
games, and a big reason why getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
So Brian, tell me more about that bowler you met. That is it PGB? What's the name of that organization? Of course, a foul ball. Love to see it. PBA.
2-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll
Yeah,
do it
like
again.
I know nothing about like bowling, so is he is he a highly ranked player or what?
2 down, nobody on. And that one is lifted in the
Left
air.
field, Wood gets a late jump, but he'll
Wood
get there.
Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they make short work of him there.
Hey, Jake
On
Irvin
to
with the
inning
5
number
ERA
4.
is going to settle
It's the
in. You guys
Pirates
know how this
2,
works.
And the Nationals
We get
nothing.
runs in the first, and we can't do nothing. We'll blow it in the 5th or 6th inning. We'll see what happens. Packy Hanrahan.
Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture.
Look at that. Division. Dodgers, Pirates, Braves as of right now. Wild card, you got the Diamondbacks, Brewers, and Cubs fighting it out. And then you got 4 teams in the hunt. Every team in the Central is in it. That's insane to me. Here's Garcia as Tucker just obliterated that ball.
Swing and a ball lifted left field.
Palacios.
Palacios
Run it down.
makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Man, Kyle Tucker is just unstoppable. That's a 2-run homer.
Now it's the right fielder, Stone Garrett. Walked his first time.
Bowles shovel style
One really
left-handed.
cool
Is that where you
moment I
turn
remember
your
at PNC
whole
Park
arm?
is the 2006 home run derby during All-Star Weekend. David Ortiz and Ryan Howard each hit homers into the Allegheny River on the
I need some
fly.
info. I don't know
Really
anything
awesome
about
to
bowling.
watch.
I just know what a turkey is, a
Pirates
strike
up
is,
by
a spare.
2, top half of inning number 4.
As basic as you can get.
Just missed.
Professional bowler at the highest level. Like, is he seated? Like, does he have a rank? I mean, so to speak. Is he like the number 5 player in America or higher than that?
And that misses. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
One down, base is empty. Pitches
2-2. I think I can see what Mike Meyer's problem is. And there's going to be some growing pains with him. His breaking stuff is good, but boy, he cannot locate him that well.
Swings
And as I
and
say that, he
misses.
locates that
Struck him
slider
out.
perfectly.
Nice, doubled up with the slider.
Second
for that
strikeout of the night
one
from
shot.
Meyer.
The one before just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you
He's a
have to
2-time
protect
PBA
right there.
Tour
Great
champ.
Pitch to just expand a little bit
Wicked.
more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there.
Oh, he
is
just
good
competes again.
pitching.
Okay. So put it for me in baseball terms. Like, what player would you associate him with in baseball?
Ruiz at the plate now. That's ball
So
one.
I can just get an understanding.
The other way.
Billy Cook.
He's got it.
Those
And
reflexes
that is
at third
number 3.
base.
Offense held in check there to the bottom of inning number 4.
Oh boy, good
now.
inning from
It's
Meyer.
The Pirates 2 and the Nationals
Keep it going.
nothing.
Mookie Betts. Okay.
Back here in
I got
Pittsburgh, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off
I think
the bottom of
Mookie
the
Betts is his own
fourth,
freaking
Spencer
nature player.
Horwitz.
And I mean that in a positive way. That's not a strike umpire. Good lord. All right, here's Horwitz leading us off here. If you're just now joining us, we got our 2 runs in the first inning. Brian Reynolds with a triple, scoring O'Neal Cruz, and then a RBI ground out by, I believe it was Horwitz. Might have been Horwitz.
Foul
Scoring
ball.
Reynolds.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses. That is his
I
third
feel
of
like the
game.
umpire is going to call those as
Pretty good
strikes. I have to
pitch.
swing
Top
at
of the
those.
strike zone, we're seeing more fastballs
Horwitz
in that
strikes out.
location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here is Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Yep.
Grounded out his first
IKF.
time. The shortstop
I got to
takes
say,
the
man,
ball.
every time I think
Base is
IKF
empty,
is
one
not going to
away. We're
perform
here in the
well,
bottom of the 4th.
he has a good season. Pulls that through the left side, gets by the third baseman, but ooh,
He's in there.
Nunez does not get it in time. IKF
Very difficult to
runs
get
out an
anybody
infield hit.
on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You
We
know,
just don't hit the ball
Yeah,
hard.
no
I don't know
question.
what's up. This is a good defense. Good infield defense.
So a man at first.
Here's
At
Conine.
the plate for Pittsburgh, Griffin Conine. Fastball is outside.
Struck out on a close 3-2 pitch. What does the... Not really an arm behind the plate. Oh, call time.
And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Kiner Falefa on the go.
Falefa. Oh, that's going to get caught. No, it's not.
And there's a hit. The throw to third.
And Griffin Conine gets his first hit as a Pittsburgh Pirate. I thought that was going to be caught.
Back to back. Just a very nice approach and swing right
Runners
there.
on the
Used to be
corners.
part of
Nice
the
base
field.
running by IKF.
Everything
He was
on
going
time.
on the
Stayed
pitch.
Balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Last time the Guardians swept the Yankees,
Nick
2017.
Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1.
New York Yankees and Dodgers are bowling.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Double play ball to
Boy, it must
second.
be nice to just get double plays whenever you want.
That's one. What a double play that
As
was.
Gonzalez is going to ground out.
So no runs.
If that would have been me, they would have
No
pulled it through the
errors,
left
and
side
one
through
left
for a
on
hit.
base. We played 4.
But no, of course, Gonzalez is going to hit it straight to the second baseman. Nothing doing for the Pirates. 4 innings in the books, 2-0. Gonzalez almost beat that out.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Told you guys there's going to be a game like this. We get 2 runs in the first. We don't do anything else for maybe, I don't know, 5-6 innings. I just got to hope we don't blow it.
Meyer back to work. And ball 1. House, 22 years old. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Late that time.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Meyer and Fortes have been working together for the Marlins. So, like I said, we're going to do our best to make sure Fortes is catching for Meyer. Ground ball. Horowitz.
Right side.
Over to Meyer.
The flip to the pitcher covering.
And House is retired, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop.
We got the draft after this.
Grounded out his first
So if you're
time.
interested in the draft, make sure to tune in. If you're not, then you can just check the VOD.
The shortstop takes the ball.
We definitely have needs. Got my eye on a couple prospects for our first pick. I'm very confident that at least one of them will fall to us.
That's in there, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 to Nunez. We're going to go right back to that fastball. And he's going to chase it. 2 down here in the 5th.
That's tough. You see
Third
it well.
strikeout
I mean,
from Meyer.
that's really up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that.
Love
pitch.
Junior
If I can
Caminero's
see it
bat
really
speed.
well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher.
Now, where's
gets this
Luke
kind of
at? He can
velocity.
tell us about it.
Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Young, 1 for 2. And that one is inside.
Well, that sinker is just not going.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
I got to say, like I said, his sinker is not exactly... Wow.
And that is cut on and
1-1.
missed. And the count 1-1.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box.
Yeah, he's a
make
cool
ball,
dude.
do
He is.
something
He's
to
very
break it
smart.
up.
Just
Gotta call that
at
a
the
strike.
inside
2-1.
edge.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Chopped
Slowly
out towards
taps.
short. Connor
Gotta hurry.
Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
That's why you run hard, 90 feet, take nothing for granted.
Good to see MLB The Show
especially
20
when you
is
got
still in this
great
game.
speed. I'll take the infield knock.
Your defenders will make appropriate reaction times to who's running. No, they don't. But Jacob Young is very fast, so maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Two outs, runner at first. Now the number 2 hitter, James Wood.
All right, now we got a problem.
That one finds
Here's
the
James
zone.
Wood.
That's strike 1.
Yeah, he's such a cool guy. It wouldn't surprise me one day if he worked for the Rays.
Throw over to first. Young dives back in safely.
He's not Chandler Simpson, Speedy? Yeah. No, absolutely not. Simpson is... You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of, like, early Billy Hamilton in a way.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Man, that sinker is just not doing anything. 2-1. We will have the bullpen warming up because I would like, if we can, to get Meyer a win here tonight.
fouled off. He was late.
Swanson aiming for the third base coach.
2 outs.
Atta boy, that is not where we wanted that changeup, but Wood chasing.
4 strikeouts now. He continues
Max
to
Meyer
roll
looking
on the
good
mound
early.
as 5 shutout innings are in the books.
Actually halfway.
It's the Pirates 2 and the Nationals nothing.
Man, Swanson has just not been clutch at all this season. You just can't.
Welcome back.
Hey, there we are in our last 10 games. And it was the Phillies, not the Cardinals, we swept. Swept the Phillies, took 2 of 3 from the Cardinals, lost the series against the Brewers, and I think we won 2 of 3 against the White Sox. So we're 7-3 in our last 10. 4-game winning streaks. That's not good. Palacio swings the first pitch again, and he's going to rocket it to left field. 1 pitch, 1 out. Jake Irvin pitching like an ace, like every pitcher does that we face.
Here's the Pirates catcher now, Nick Fortes.
The real ones.
Struck out swinging his first time.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into.
Yeah, the game's not going to let me hit anything else.
Shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Don't know what else to properly do here. 0-1 to Fortes.
That's off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, the D-backs and Rays going on right now.
Ball.
On the ground.
It's a good slurve.
Fires over
Fortes
to
is out, 2 down.
Gets the catcher by a step.
No, but we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Billy Cook, the next Pirate to hit.
All right, Billy
Fly
Cook.
to center his first time.
Your Ray Chise. Oh my gosh.
And that drops
Of course,
in
I don't
for a
swing games
strike.
like, here you go, down the middle, buddy.
And there's a ball. That's
Another
the third
pick.
House. And
Boy, it
now
must
that-
just be nice. Like, you could just toss out a 5 ERA pitcher out there. Gives up 2 runs in the first inning, and then he just figures it out just like that. Like, that's just all it took. He's like, I gave up 2 runs. That's enough.
Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far.
What's up,
this
Nick?
year.
Rays and D-backs enter the series with 2,100 wins in their histories. That's amazing. That's a stat. That's insane.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Wow, that's not a strike, huh? Okay. What you been doing, man?
Just
That's not a
missed.
strike either, huh?
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well.
Dude,
Just
Freddie
couldn't get
crushed
him
that
off
ball.
at it.
Wow, that wasn't gone. Okay. I'm honestly surprised that was not crushed.
Next offer.
That boy, 1-2 to low. Be nice to start off the 6th with a strikeout. Ground ball. Oh my God. Why is everyone in sludge in this game? You were moving 2 feet to your right. Why?
Found himself behind in the count right there.
What are we doing? What is
Get
this
in.
game
Really nice
even
job
doing?
Staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Why can't we just not make a play in the infield anywhere?
Digging in for the Nationals. Has grounded out a couple of times.
see. Garcia. I would have to face Garrett, though. Okay.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here.
Just working datting?
Yeah. But, you know, at the very least, if you
Same.
can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important.
Okay, this is going to be Meyer's last hitter. He's starting to hang stuff.
That clips the
1-2.
corner.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean,
All right, here we go. 2
seems
strikes.
like the hitters aren't
Bonus to
picking
contact,
up.
vision, power, and discipline
With the tying run
for
at
the AI.
And we're the top half of the 6th.
This guy's hitting 188. He's not a, well, he's kind of a power hitter, but not really.
Swings through.
He's gonna get him.
Strikeout.
Well,
Max
clearly
Meyer.
just anxious
Good
right
strikeout
there,
for
and
him.
Understandably so, in an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike
Definitely
out,
chasing that
and you
slider
end
a
up
lot.
striking out. That's just one of those pitches where
All right.
it's not over the plate.
Let's go ahead and pull
because
Meyer.
you
Let's don't get
committed to it
greedy.
as it was leaving his hand. By the time you
Luis
realize it
Garcia is
wasn't
a good
gonna be in
hitter.
the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Let's go ahead and bring in
Luis Garcia
Yarborough.
digging in for the Nationals. And the Pirates manager
Port his
making his
spam.
way
Yeah,
to the
sorry about
mound
that.
now
Let me
as
get rid
he
of
will
that.
make the move.
Oh, Brian got him. Thank you, Brian. I didn't see that. Okay. Brian got it.
On the mound now for the Pirates, Ryan Yarborough.
If you don't mind, Brian, when you get things like that, just go ahead and time them out.
But he's been really good so far this year.
Because they never come back, you know, when you time them out.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
All right, Luis Garcia. 1 out, 1 on. Ryan Yarborough trying to close this inning out.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Low, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
Want another sinker, huh?
And a foul
That's
ball.
right, they can just hit it wherever they want. It's a sinker down, and I guess he was late on it. I don't know. The game won't tell me if he was late on it or not, so who knows?
That missed by a lot.
2-2.
The count is even, 2-2.
Really smart hitter up here.
Just missed.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more
Okay.
often than not.
Let's try it again there, don't you know? Nope. All right, sinker's out. Want to go slurve here.
On the ground, a
Double
second,
play ball?
might be 2. There's 1. Out. Not in time.
Man, I'm telling you, we cannot turn a double play to save our lives in this game. Gonzalez is just... Now that we've sent Peguero down because of his defense, Gonzalez is now going to start being in sludge.
Garrett. He is struck out.
I swear, man,
And
this
he's
game will
walked.
figure anything out.
Outside with a breaking
It's
ball.
just insane, man. The Devils in this game, yeah.
Right through there for a
1-1. Stone Garrett, dangerous hitter. One and 2.
No need to offer that pitch until you get
Oh
to
my
2
gosh,
strikes.
Amaya
It's
hits a
2
game-tying home run, 2 outs in the ninth. Are you kidding me?
Down and away pitch.
Oh my gosh. We've got another crazy one at Wrigley. Oh, it's tied 10-10. That is incredible.
Two outs.
Atta boy. Yarborough gets the job done.
So a job well done from the Buccos bullpen.
It was a cheapo home run. It was in the basket. But home run's a home run.
And the Nationals nothing.
Unbelievable. Atta boy, Meyer.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
All right. So let's get. Actually, we'll probably get Holderman ready. Or do we want Majinski? I'm actually going to go with Holderman for the 7th. All right, top of the order, Jake Irvin still in there. And Cruz gets a hold of one deep right field. Caught.
Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Good timing, fastball, fly ball.
He was all over that first pitch.
Not allowed to get more runs in this game, so we better hope the 2-0 lead holds.
And now the DH, Brian Reynolds.
I don't know. I guess there's no win tonight, so. Yeah, look at that. Good timing. Down the middle of the plate, power hitter. Don't matter.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Jesus Tinoco, or in the Nationals signed him. He used to be in the Marlins.
One down, base is empty. So 2 balls and no
2-0 to
strikes.
Reynolds. Don't swing at that.
Swings through that one for
I'm so
strike
stupid.
one.
The high fastball,
Not very
particularly
smart.
for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it
2 and
so
1.
well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
There we go.
Pitch
Got
misses
it.
there, and the count is 3-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Oh yeah, I turned off the
Here in the bottom
the
of the
warm-up
6th.
bar. I mean, I still get him to warm up in the bullpen. Like, you still have to warm him up. That's 3-2, by the way. Full count to Reynolds. Here we go. It's one right down the middle.
And he handles it himself.
Welcome to the show. It's rigged inside. Ladies and gentlemen, boom.
The next Pirate to hit.
Anyway, what's that? Woo!
And first offering is fouled
Horwitz
off.
ripped it. Just pulled a little too foul. Can't hit in this game. Played a game earlier where it drove in 3 runs, 4 hits in the first, then weak fly ball the rest of the game. I've been seeing that too. Like, you have a good. This ain't the first time I've talked about this, but like, I've had games like this where we get, like, I don't know, 2 runs in the first inning, and then we're just not allowed to get anything else.
And that one is
Like, no matter who you have at the plate, no matter your timing, no matter how bad the pitcher is, you're just not allowed to do anything.
Foul ball. It stays
I don't know if that's
0-2.
just me, which it could just be me. But I think some of these pitches should be hit harder. Not necessarily home run, but I'm just saying, like that one to O'Neal Cruz. I mean, that's a pitch he normally clobbers. But I'm just trying to get used to it, you know. Three and two, IKF on deck. Tinoco was the pitcher that gave up. Oh, really? Okay, I did not know that.
Here comes a 3-2. That's a good at bat right
Good at bat
there.
by
He was
Spencer.
down
He'll take his
early
base.
in that plate appearance, works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a
And David
3-2
Martinez gonna go to the
pitch, and
pin.
I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Manager
I did not
on
know
the
that, though.
dugout now, and he'll
So
make
he's
a
the one
move
that
to
gave
dip
up
into
number
the Nationals
62?
pen. Jake Irvin departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Oh, did he miss the base?
Number 62 takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches.
They got
out of him
Turner
right
playing
here. Gotta
first?
do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Eduardo Salazar coming in. Okay, he's not going to challenge it.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the next Pirate to hit. Kiner-Falefa really thriving with the bat this season here at home.
He is. A little struggling in July, though. Hit 214. We'll get him back. We'll figure it out. Oh, he did not touch the base.
And a first pitch fastball.
Here is
in
Eduardo
for a strike.
Salazar, 27-year-old, 70 overall righty. Sinker, slider, fastball. Got some velo. Apparently does not give up home runs. He's got some good break. 6 home runs in 48 innings, though. I don't know. I think he'd give up a little more than that, but...
One and one.
Horowitz off of
Yeah,
first,
maybe.
2 away.
RDM for the next emoji, yeah. RNG.
Nope. Outside.
The RNG curse.
Last couple of pitches
Oh,
breaking
sent
balls
it up
away.
again.
I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this
2 and
count.
1.
Garcia
And once again, good timing.
throws to first.
But we hit it
time,
like at 70
and
miles
that'll
an
do it.
hour to the second baseman.
Pirates
Well,
leave one.
okay, maybe
They're up
exit
now,
velos
2-0.
do need a fix in this game. Maybe they're right. Maybe those big time streamers have something to complain about.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th.
Let's go to the bullpen. Colin Holderman.
Colin Holderman.
Well, the
Coming
best
in.
relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight
Holderman
lead
just
late in
recently
the
getting a
ballgame.
potential
Some of them
upgrade.
are just
I did
wired
not do that
different, so
upgrade.
we'll see what he's got
That was
here.
the game giving him that
Here's the
upgrade.
catcher to hit. K-Bert Ruiz.
I don't exactly know what warrants a potential upgrade or not. But he got one, so we're going to accept it.
And that one missing low.
Oh, we got a hit. Oh, boy. Ground ball, IKF.
Ripped to short. In the hole. Jump throw.
Now that's a defensive
Out of
play.
money.
Nice play by Isaiah
Definitely won't be
Connor-Falefa.
trending on social media later
One
on,
out here in the
but it's
7th.
Still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it
Need to
looks
see more
on paper.
hustle, baby. More hustle.
Brady House digging in for the Nationals. That's it.
Defense really helping us out.
1-1.
Boy, if the Cubs can take this game from the
Nationals
Dodgers, that's going to
trailing
be
by
huge.
2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses there.
Sweeper way outside, 1-1. Ooh, it's Conforto. Got to be careful with him.
One down, base is empty.
Ground ball,
Swing,
Gonzalez
ball
not going to
base
get
in
it
right
again.
field.
One out hit for Brady House. Well, it seems like the right side of our infield's having some defensive problems.
And now up for Washington, Nasim Nunez.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run,
Here's
from first,
Nunez.
it feels like it's really important at getting back into this ballgame.
Playing shortstop, hitting 160 on the year. You know, a double play ball, the sinker away.
The tying run at the plate.
No go.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Watch them win all again. Yuck. Hey, you got to move on. New season. You got a new season. You got a revenge tour. I've got one hopefully against the Mets. I'm hoping we'll see the Mets if we make the playoffs. Or at this rate, if the Mets make the playoffs. They're actually under 500 right now.
Tying run at the plate.
Oh, Falefa. You should have let that bounce, buddy. Good play, though. 2 down.
I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, Jacob Young.
All right, and here's Jacob Young.
Outside low, and that's ball 1.
No, Simpson steal? Yeah, you might as well just give him second base.
Just missed.
2-0. Jacob Young is his average does not reflect his hitting ability in this game, I feel. Still in the off season. So when are you gonna do your off season? Did you say Thursday maybe?
That one
This guy does not chase
3-1.
nothing.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
On the ground to third.
Attaboy. Oh, we got 3 outs, guys. Chill out.
So no runs here on a base hit, no
Oh my God, the Cubs are gonna walk it off.
Stretch time. The Pirates 2 and the Nationals
Attaboy, Ian Happ. Wow.
Pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. DJ Hurts.
What?
Well, he's
Wow.
been a really tough guy to take deep this season.
That's
You usually have to
unbelievable.
string
Wow.
some hits together in order to get to him.
I'm not ready to say the Cubs are a playoff team yet, but something that separates them from last year is that they're so much better at the plate. They are so much better at the plate. Unbelievable. They had Bruhan running at second. Wow. That's a momentum booster. All right, DJ Hurts in for the Nats against Griffin Conine. And Conine going to take the first pitch he sees up the middle. 2 hits tonight for Griffin Conine in his Pirates debut. Yes, sir. Good job.
Stepping in, Nick Gonzalez.
We need to get... I don't think Nicholas is quite ready yet. 7. I think we'll get Moretta ready to go. Nick Gonzalez is up 0 for 2. Hey, look at that. We're finding our swing here. He takes the first pitch. First and second, nobody out for the Pirates. Another run would be fantastic.
Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up.
I'm going to pull up the
Man, that
Rays
was like he was in the cage hitting off a
Diamondbacks
tee.
game.
First and second, no outs. Josh Palacios, the next Pirate to hit. That one's in.
All right, here's
there,
Palacios.
and it's 0-1.
He's hit the ball hard twice, but unfortunately he's hit it right to outfielders.
First and second, no outs. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Ball 1 there.
I haven't thrown a ball in years. Oh, come on, you can do it. I have faith in you. I've been going out and throwing recently. I don't know how fast I'm throwing or how not fast I'm throwing, but it's been fun. It's been really relaxing. I'm going to go out in the morning after Leo goes to school. Don't swing at that. That wasn't a good pitch to swing at. Palacios flies out.
And there's one down.
Working my arms out, though.
So next to the plate for
These little
Pittsburgh,
pipsqueak arms I got.
Fortes.
All right, here's Nick Fortes.
Outside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Wow.
Swing and a miss.
We missed that, huh?
1-1.
Good timing, 86
Conine
vision.
at second. Good
How did we miss that?
Over at first with one away.
Ooh, Fortes gets a hold of one deep left field. And that's going to go over the wall, but foul. I don't know what the heck is going to happen there.
2 on, 1 out.
Fortes, left field. That's going to drop in. We're going to have to hold the runner at third, though.
Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Bases
Fortes gets his first hit as a Pirate. Bases are loaded.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended to
right
the swing
field.
for the line drive base hit. Now the base is loaded.
You know what I
Great
mean.
Opportunity for them to break this game open.
Cook in the box now. Take strike
We need
one.
insurance. We sure do, man. I need Progressive now more than ever. Come on, Billy.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
0-2, good timing. He doesn't have good vision, so he's probably going to swing and miss it a lot. Billy Cook, fair ball. That's going to drive in 1. That's going to drive in 2. And Fortes is going to slide into third. Billy Cook
Gets the job done as he brings
doubles
it
our
through.
lead.
That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside.
Hashtag let him cook.
Hitter, you see it coming
I don't know.
up
You come up with a
the
hashtag.
way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
How about Billy Cook? Billy be cooking. I don't know. You guys are smarter than me. Come up with one.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. DJ
Atta boy.
Hurts out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the
guy with the
runners on
lowest
base.
vision in our
Back to the
lineup
new
gets a
pitcher
big
after
hit.
this. Christian Scott comes on now.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts.
All right,
compared
Christian
to
Scott
other
now in. I
relievers,
don't know what's
so
going on at
relies
second
getting
base.
that soft
You're not going anywhere,
contact
Cook.
and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
You know, I thought about saying, and I totally blew it there, by the way. But you know how we say, like, gap shopping and stuff? I thought about when we hit things down the lines, say we're going to the corner store, because I'm stupid and I think that's funny. Now we're going shopping at the corner store. I don't know. Sounds better in my head. How did he hit that?
That one fouled off.
O'Neal Cruz 1 for 3. Led off the game with a double. More would be great. Oof.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike
Oh,
2.
line.
No ball,
Eesh.
2 strikes.
0-2. Nah, good pitch. I wasn't going to do anything with that.
That was pretty nasty.
No, just a beautiful
Every time we've
fastball
gotten
to
that
the
pitch
inside
in this
corner
particular
for the
game, it's been a
backwards K
pop-up,
right
so
there. I think the
can't
hitter
really do
saw it all
anything
the
with that.
way, coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the
All right, here's
hard
Reynolds.
pouring in on his hands.
Brian Reynolds now at the plate.
And there goes Reynolds, right field. That's going to score 1. We're going to have to hold Cook at third. Brian Reynolds gets us another run.
That ball was was absolutely.
Hey, remember when we were hitting the ball
111
softly?
off the
That's
bat,
gone now.
And I'm pretty sure it
We're hitting it
started
hard
to
now.
whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and
Horwitz.
just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Now, Spencer Horwitz.
That's a
The
wrap
first
with
pitch
Reynolds.
misses for
My
ball
goodness.
1.
That's a wrap with Reynolds.
2 aboard, 2 outs.
Put your tinfoil hats on.
Swing
Reynolds
and a
is coming
foul
up.
back. That's out of play.
1-1 to Spencer Horwitz. Oh,
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball.
no wonder Spencer Horwitz is struggling. I keep just making bad swings with him.
Next offering misses. 2-2.
Is that the coaches hitting? What was that? Oh, fantasy camp. Okay. Whew.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Horwitz howitzer incoming? I wish. I hope.
Corners are occupied with 2 down.
Nope.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a
Ah,
fastball.
I got greedy.
They strike for 3
Hey, we get
runs
3
on
more
5
runs,
hits.
though.
No errors.
Nick
and a couple left
Fortes,
on. We look
Billy
ahead to
Cook,
inning number 8.
Brian
It's
Reynolds
the Pirates 5
adds to
and
our
the
lead.
Nationals nothing.
Let's go to the 8th. Game's not over yet. Don't celebrate. We got outs to get.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dowry Moretta.
And he's got a nice lead to work with.
All right, here's
so he
Moretta.
should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Fought.
Now the left fielder, James Wood.
What's Fought's numbers this year?
First
Ball
pitch,
1, no
not
strike.
close. Moretta measures 6
We're
feet,
gonna make
2
a
inches,
substitution.
29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. G1 Bay comes on defensively now as he takes over.
I'm
As
gonna
the
put
new
Bay in at second
second
base. Prove our defense there.
And
2
delivers
balls,
outside.
no strikes.
We cannot find that changeup.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Palacios
Am I watching the right game, Amish?
hauls it in for the out.
Because I have the Diamondbacks and Rays pulled up right now, and it's not that score.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
Who'd you say was pitching for each team?
In for a strike. Good slider. Moretta. A very difficult guy to get hits off.
What
of.
inning
It's
is your
really
game in?
rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins.
What
every
inning's your
pitch,
game in?
And for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Bottom of the 3rd? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in the 6th, buddy. I wasn't going to say the score, but we're in the top of the 6th.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a
Got pitch clock, my bad.
violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher
That's
must
all right.
begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Ground ball.
Hit hard on
Falefa?
the ground to short. Slinging
2 down.
it to first in time.
Fastball groove right down
Yeah,
the
it's
middle.
top of the
Usually
6th.
a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the
Is MLB
DH for
Network. I have no
Washington,
idea.
Juan Yepez.
I really
Struck
don't
out on
know.
Just 3 pitches last time.
That's why I was wondering.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much
Did yours
forget about
buffer on accident? Maybe you didn't notice?
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage
2-0
of
to
any
Yepes.
mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether
Now
it's a
you
hit by
confuse me
pitch,
even more.
a
You're like, it's
walk,
the 5th now, and I'm
something
like,
bad
what?
happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Are we like teleporting? Like each of us is in a different like
Now 2-1.
part of
And he's
space?
got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate.
Ground ball,
even though they
Bay.
know
Not going to be able to
what
get
the
to that
velocity
one. That ball was
numbers
hit at
are.
99.
And it finds its way through for a hit.
So
And
Yepes
that
on
keeps the
base.
inning alive.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to ruin your night there.
So next, Luis Garcia. 0 for 3 in this one.
Oh, I was just like so confused. I thought maybe I had an old game pulled up by accident.
That smash towards center. That's a base
Back-to-back hits for the
And
Nats.
first and
I don't know
second
why our
with 2
defense is in
outs.
sludge all of a sudden. I'm gonna have to like tag SDS on Twitter and be like, hey, when you guys make an update, can you like take our guys out of the sludge, please? That'd be awesome. It did bar. Okay. That's awesome. I'm glad that it was something simple. Can't wait for Stone Garrett to hit a 3-run homer here. Yeah, can we not pirate this, please? 0-2 to Stone Garrett.
Yepes, the lead runner out at second. Garcia on at first with 2 down.
Okay, Josh Naylor base hit. Yep. Also, big side note: when did Zach Littell become a starter? That was a
Swing and miss
gorgeous
to the changeup
changeup.
in the dirt. And it's in time.
Moretta does his job.
Middle of the inning.
Let's go bottom of the
So
8th.
Nats leave a pair. Still looking at that
5-0
5-0
Buccos.
deficit.
I gotta turn my fan on, man.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Bailey Falter.
And as relievers go,
All right, here's
he's
Bailey
not a big
Falter.
strikeout guy. Tries to force
Oh, I think he was,
contact, so command and
Is this our Bailey
execution are huge
Falter?
for him.
I get him and Feltner mixed up. Yeah, he was on our pitching staff last year. He was very good. And now he's with the Nationals, who are just absolutely not using him correctly. Only 8 games this season. He is getting paid easy. $5.7 million a year, and he's played 8 games. All right. Littell's been a starter since the end of 2018. Well, the reason I asked that question, what's up, State, by the way? The reason I asked that is because I remember in my Giants franchise, he was a reliever. And I was like,
in terms of exit velocity, nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour.
even in this game, he doesn't have high stamina.
Garrett hauls it in, and there's one away.
As Falefa flies out. I guess I just never noticed he's a starter.
Griffin Conine will hit next.
Here's Griffin Conine.
First pitch misses.
2 for 3 in his Pirates on-stream debut. He actually played in a game before this. Went 1 for 4.
Swing and a miss. Strike
This
one.
is a pretty easy fastball there. When McClanahan got hurt. Good timing miss. Love it.
Swings through the fastball.
Swings through that one too. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Conine has higher contact versus lefties. I don't know how we're missing these.
And he grounds one to the right side.
Ain't gonna matter. You'll just ground out.
Low steps on the bag and a couple of
2
quick
down.
outs. 2 outs, base is empty. G1
Here's
Bay.
G1
The next
Bay
hit
coming in to
came
get an
into the
at-bat.
game on defense. So his first trip to the plate here.
filling in for Gonzalez. Wow.
That one clips the corner.
What am I supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that?
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think.
Hey, Bailey
in
Falter
between
was good
pitches.
for us when he was with us.
On the ground right
But he
side.
slaps
That
it.
chance handled. And it's a 1-2
He will be
free
retired. All right, 8 innings in the
Bucks go
books.
down quietly,
Crunch
but they
time
hold a 5-0
here at PNC
lead.
Park. Let's go to the ninth. We're going to call on Kyle Nicholas to get these last 3 outs. Hopefully he can.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kyle Nicholas.
Well, he struggled quite a bit.
I like his
this
stuff.
is another opportunity to
He's
get
struggling
on
a
the
little
right
bit,
track.
but I
He's
like his
given up
stuff.
More than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
K-Bert Ruiz digs in now.
We can't forget we got the... Oh, I may push the draft to the beginning of the next episode. I don't know.
Just missed.
Want to know. I'm not sure. What do you guys want to do? Do you want the draft after this game, or do you want me to start at the next episode?
Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tie
I'm
them
fine
up
with
a
either
little
one.
bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Good pitch.
That one's
Next
in there.
episode?
Now 1-2.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
These facts are killing me. Atta boy, Ruiz down on strikes. 1 down.
99.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys.
Your
throwing
daughter's
in
gonna be the
upper
queen of
90s,
random
and
facts,
you see
Nick.
the velocity on that one, just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
House stands in now and watches strike 1. One down, base is empty.
Woo!
Comes up empty. That's
99,
strike 2.
0-2. Ground ball,
Down
Billy
one
Cook.
down the line. Throws
He's
across
such a
the
good
line.
defender. 2
Two
down.
up, 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Next to hit for the Nats, Nasim Nunez.
Okay. Well, we'll quickly
There's
go
nobody on
through the
in front
draft.
of him. You know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
I'll take
And
my
downstairs.
Now, this
screen
manager
caps real
knows
quick
that his
after the game,
players are
and
just trying to do too
don't think I have
much.
any
Everybody needs to
preloaded.
just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
my amateur thumbnails. It's fine with me though. As I say, I do this for a hobby.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth.
Actually, we may have a good one right there. I say a good one, but good enough one. Need to get to bed. All right, Amish. I will talk to you later, man. I appreciate you stopping in.
The shortstop takes the ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the
Man
gun.
gum.
It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
2-1 to Nunez. Trying to close it out. I don't think Meyer's going to get a win. Yeah, he should get a win. This lead holds.
The Nats down to their final strike.
Oh, there's 2 outs. I'm an idiot. I just appreciate that resub with your Prime, by the way. Thank you so much.
I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
And that's in the dirt.
Take 3-2. Jacob Young on deck. I would prefer not to get to Jacob Young if possible. And we will not. Nicholas comes in and shuts him out in the ninth. Thankfully, not a save situation. Bednar needed a day off. Good win for the Pirates. 5-game winning streak.
The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of
Max Meyer will get his first win as a Pirate. Final score, Washington 0, Pittsburgh 5.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding
good outing by Meyer. Conine got 2 hits. Fortes got a hit. Good to see it. Some of the highlights. O'Neal Cruz leading the game off with a double. He would come around to score in the next at bat. Brian Reynolds hitting a triple down the left field line. And then Billy Cook really opening the door. We go corner shopping. Scoring 2 runs, and then Brian Reynolds getting another hit. Don't know who player of the game is. Probably Reynolds. And Nicholas coming in, shutting it down in the 9th inning. Love to see it. So Max Meyer, player of the game. I'll take that. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 5 Ks, 1 walk, no earned runs. Brian Reynolds 2 for 4. Cook 1 for 3. O'Neal Cruz 1 for 4. Nick Gonzalez 1 for 3. Thought my door opened. Let me get one. You know what? I'll live with a screenshot I have. We'll make it work. All right, let's go on to the draft. And then we will wrap it up after the draft. So good little winning streak we got here. Oh, hold on. Let's save it real quick. I can't remember if they do the draft before the game that day or after the games. So let's save it. We were 1 day off of a Paul Skeens day. And Paul Skeens has been really good. Just fix lineups to be all right. Paul Skeens 13-0 against Mitchell Parker. Let's go ahead and get to the draft. Looks like we lost that game. I swear to God, if Paul Skeens lost to the Nationals, I'm going to be upset. But that's okay. So let's add our prospects here. The guy that we're looking at is third baseman Danny Odell. I really like what I see out of him. He's number 1 on our draft board. Expect to go 28. He's 18 years old. He's a switch hitter. We found him really early in our scouting department. We'll be really lucky if he falls this far. But I would like to add him to the draft board. We got 4 picks in the top 100, so we got to get these right. Chris O'Neill is another option. He's not even ranked on the MLB boards. He's number 2 on our board. So maybe he could be picked. Where would you pick a guy if he's not ranked in the MLB draft? Like, should he actually be our second pick, or should we make him like the 3rd or 4th pick? I would love some opinions on that. We scouted another second baseman. I know we're not going to get this guy. Andres Melendez. No relation to the channel great Jose Melendez. Because Jose Melendez was out of Mexico. This one's out of North Carolina. But we'll add him to the draft queue. I know we scouted way more people than this. So there's one, Desmond Hodge. We're not really looking for pitching in this draft, but we went ahead and scouted a few anyway. Fernando Batista. It depends if, yeah, that's true. You just don't know that, do you? Fernando Batista, the 6'5 lefty out of the Netherlands. is a solid pick. Don't exactly know his full potential. And then Roger McDougal, little shortstop. I don't think we're going to draft him at all, but, you know, he's fine. Jose Bravo. We really looked at right fielders and infield. We didn't look too much into the outfield. As there's Jose Navarre, a righty out of the Dominican Republic. I want Mr. Odell. That's who I want. Everything else, we'll just see what happens. But I know we scouted more than this. I don't know if we're just not doing it right or what. But Andy Jones. Trying to find that right fielder. Oh, Chris O'Neill's that fielder, I guess. I don't really know if this guy's going to be any good. I mean, his potential is 78 to 93, but it's not really screaming, you know, I don't see him being in the 90s. I'll put it that way. So, if he's good, take him earlier. Okay. Well, then we'll probably have O'Neill as our second pick then. I know there was a right fielder we scouted. Jeffrey God dang it, Dale. I guess maybe he wasn't a right fielder. Maybe he was someone else. But yeah, as you can see, we really didn't look a lot into center field. We didn't look a lot into left fielders. Infield is really something we need, but you know how well I follow that every year in the draft. I don't even think we scouted any catchers. But we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. Danny Odell, I would like for him to be our first pick. If we can get him, I don't care what happens in the rest of the draft. He looks really good. Brian Hayes is just not cutting it offensively. So I would like to get Odell. Chris O'Neill would be our second pick. Shall we get there? I know we're not getting Andres Melendez, but if he happens to be there, maybe we look into him. But I know we're not really going to get Melendez. Desmond Hodge, Fernando Batista. I'm feeling Batista over Hodge. There's really no point in putting these guys all up here because you just don't know where they're going to be. Jose Navarre is a solid pick as well. And my board's always empty. I'm really bad at scouting in this game, but I refuse to look at a video telling me how to scout because I just don't want to. I don't want to know. Like I want to learn on my own. You know, like I don't want to look at a video and be like, oh, you want to look at this player that has this rating or this much motivation. You know, I want to get that satisfaction of finding a good player on my own. So here we go. Let's go to the draft. Let's have some good luck, I hope. We picked 22nd. So the Giants, Rockies, and Royals will be the top 3 picks. Let's get it going. Number 1 pick in the 2026 draft, the Giants will select Robbie Henry, a starter. All right. That's fine. Good. Good. Number 2, the Rockies select Jay Gage, another starter. Very good. It's kind of tedious. Yeah, I don't want to know what it is. You know, I want to get that reward of finding these guys on my own. Here we go. Number 3, the Royals select Chris Hahn, a center fielder. I thought about scouting him, but I knew we weren't really looking for a center fielder. So far, so good. We've got a little ways to go. We picked 22. We have 4 picks in the top 100. We picked 22, 37, 57, and then 99. So Jim Lopez goes. I'm afraid to hit the skip to the next pick button. Okay, let's just do it. All right. Good news, everyone. Good news. Danny Odell is here. I don't see anyone. Well, there's Jose Bravo. He went to the Rays. We looked at him kind of. I'm not really disappointed he went somewhere else. There's Andreas Mendez going, of course, to the Blue Jays. Of course. Love to see it. Oh, yeah, no. You never know when someone's going to... That's why I don't mind see potential players that much, because they could turn into Bs. You know, I've had 2 examples in this series. You know, Spencer Horwitz was a C potential. Now he's a B. And now Colin Holderman, out of my bullpen, he was a C potential, and now he's a B potential. So our first pick in the 2026 draft, it's not even close. We're going to go with third baseman Danny Odell. I have high hopes for this cat. I sincerely do. Make sure that screenshot took. He's a switch hitter, third baseman. Really high upside. We scouted him fully. I just hope my scouts didn't miss. If my scouts missed, we're getting new scouts. I'm going to put it that way. All right, so some of our guys actually did go. Who was it that we looked at that's gone? I must have missed somebody. All right, so I'm going to take your advice. If Chris O'Neill's still here, we're going to grab him. He doesn't look that outstanding. And then we'll look at a pitcher afterwards, whoever's left. Jose Navarre seems like a guy that's going to be, you know, like his potential. He may already hit his potential. Jermaine Eichinger could be a solid choice as our third pick. I hope Chris O'Neill's here, man. I really want Chris O'Neill here. Let me look at some of these prospects real quick while we're looking. Everything else is just going to be a guess. It really is. Griff Gonzalez out of Venezuela. We'll add him to the queue. Why not? Like I said, we didn't really look at a lot of pitchers, you know. We have a pretty good pitcher already. I would probably like to draft a closer. I haven't seen any boovies yet, so that's a shame. We definitely need a boovie in this franchise. We'll add a couple closers to the... Not really looking for relievers either. Take Navarre. Well, I don't want to take him over... Do you think I should take him over Chris O'Neill? Because Chris O'Neill is going to solve a need. We are on the clock. 4 minutes. I'm going to be honest with you, though. We don't really need a pitcher to be ready. We have a rotation ready to go. I want to go ahead and get Chris O'Neill. And if he's bad, then he's bad. He's got good vision. Reaction's good. Speed, stealing. His fielding is a little suspect. Contact versus lefties is solid. You think I should take Navarre, though? I'm still leaning O'Neal. Oh, there's Simpson at second. He does look to be solid. Skull over the beard. I really need outfield help. And I know Navarre's probably going to go, but do we risk O'Neill being gone, though? Oh, we are close. You know what? We will check. Well, you know what? Let's take a risk. Let's take Jose Novar. Okay, let's take Jose Novar. All right. I'm with you. And we'll take a risk. If Chris O'Neill's there, we'll put him in the next pick. So our second pick, Jose Novar. As requested by chat. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Pirates. We don't take too much longer to pick. We're here at 57. So I would like to go O'Neill next, and then Jermaine Eichinger. He's 78 on draft pick, so he should fall perfectly into our next pick. Actually, no, he won't, because we picked 99 afterwards. But that's okay. I really do want Chris O'Neill, though. So closers. I mean, I don't even know what we should look at. This dude's from Ohio, so that should mean he's instantly good, but he's not scouted. Chris O'Neill is scouted, though, so hopefully he's here. Canada. Well, I don't know what you're doing there, lad. Desmond Hodge is really falling off, man. He was supposed to go 24th in the draft, and here we are 44, and he's still here. I wonder what they know about him. He opted out of his doctor exam, too. Do you think maybe he's bad for a reason? Well, okay. Well, somebody got taken. Ramon Dew, the closer, went to the Tigers. Let's go ahead and get Chris O'Neill. Chris O'Neill, welcome to the Pirates. The only reason we're going to go ahead and go with O'Neill is because he's fully scouted. Let me look at some shortstops here. Richie Guzman, that overall. Henry Chavez. He's not scouted. Eichinger still seems like the best one. Connie Harley, that's the other one. That's the shortstop we looked at. I wouldn't be against drafting two shortstops here. We'll get Eichinger. I'm not sold on Harley. He's 21. He's probably going to be really low overall. I put the wrong guy on the board. Henry Chavez is who I'm looking at. Henry Chavez, 22. Kind of had the same deal with Harley. I think Eichinger could be our best bet. They're all 22 or in their 20s. 100% scouted. Harley's just not what we're looking for. I think I like Eichinger better. Hendricks Olivia. That's a name. 22. Emmett Stew. These are some funky names on here, man. So we're probably not going to draft any catchers. We'll see who's left. I mean, we just have to see who's left. First baseman, not necessarily a need right now. Second baseman probably should be our next priority, but I don't have anyone fully scouted. Oh, here's our next pick if he's here. I forgot all about him. Pedro Ramos is probably going to be the next guy we're looking at. Got him mostly scouted. We may lose out on Eichinger if we do this. '73rd, so he could go any minute now. So could Eichinger. I thought that said Rob Manfred for a second. That's not. Boy, the Marlins just continue to take starters. I swear, that's all this team drafts are starters. All right, let's see who's left. They're both gone. Okay. Okay, well, Eichinger went to Seattle. Huh. Everything's pretty much a guessing game here then, isn't it? We could give Connor Harley a shot. I just don't think he's going to be anything. Chavez looks a little better. 85 to 95, 74 to 79. Ooh, maybe it is Harley. But Harley's going to be so low. Let's go ahead and draft Harley. Connie Harley, welcome to the Pirates. Maybe our scouts missed you. Don't feel good about that pick, not gonna lie. But it's okay. Let's look at some prospects then. No more closers are left. That's a shame. Let's look at a reliever, you know? Let's look at a reliever. Jared Tillman. Mari Tovar. Apparently got a really good curveball, but none of these guys are scouted, so can't really look into that too much. Casey Benson is kind of scouted. We've kind of looked at everything we need to look at. Starters. Oh, whoops. Oh, all the starters are gone. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, pretty much all the starters are gone. It'll really just depend on who's left. That's all I can say. Henry Chavez is still here. So I would like to get him if he's still here. Went really infield heavy. Now we do have Tamar Johnson. We do have Connor Griffin. In our organization, Tamar Johnson is really going to be putting pressure on Nick Gonzalez. I don't know if Nick Gonzalez is going to be here much longer. If Tamar Johnson keeps hitting like he is. Let's just go ahead. Oh, there goes. Okay. Just kidding. Henry Chavez goes to the White Sox. So, let's just go to the next pick. See what's left. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We don't have a lot of time. Another shortstop. You're just not really impressed with any of these guys. Cage Colbert. I like you. Don't know why. Luis Mora looks a little better. He's injured. Colbert's injured. A lot of first basemen there left. Let's go ahead and get this reliever here. Chris Asuncion. Reliever. Let's just go ahead and grab him. He is injured, I know, but let's experiment. Let's do an experiment. I don't trust myself to capture this, so I'm going to do it twice. All right, so we got 2 more picks. We pick at 159 and then 189. Next episode, we will look into... actually, it'll be 2 episodes from now. We'll look into these draft picks. I don't know exactly what we're going to do for the next episode. I'd like for it to be a Skeens episode. This dude is always injured. Oh, well, we don't have to worry about it. All right, let's go on to the next one. We got a minute left. Who is left, I should say. Brandon Escalera is still there. Tim Rivas is still there. Art Rouse. It's an interesting name. Clifford Potter. Oh, we got to get someone in Potter, right? There's a catcher. Carlos Casto. Lee. That's a good name. I like that name. He's from Maine. I don't know. Anybody just stick out to anyone? You know what? I'm going to go with this catcher here. He's probably not going to be good. Actually, no, I'm not. We're going to go with Clifford Potter. That's what we're going to do. That will be our 5th round pick. At least to add some depth to the organization. I need to fix this real quick. Give me 1 second. And see, I'm glad I did that because my thing wasn't keeping up. Nick, I appreciate the, what is that, a resub? Tier 1 resub? Thank you so much, buddy. And there is Amish's Prime resub. I don't know why it's not showing my activity feed. All right. Thank you for that, Nick. I appreciate that. I don't deserve that, but hey, I'm sorry that the ads are a pain. All right, we got 1 more pick. Is there anyone left? All right, so Escalera is still here. We could go ahead and pick him. Jason Cochran. Trimble. Julio Lima. I like that name. Just a lot of relievers are left. Just a lot of relievers are left. We might as well go with this pitcher that we have partially scouted. Brandon Escalera. 6'5" righty from Venezuela. Let's just go ahead and select him. Welcome to the Pirates organization, Mr. Escalera. Pick 189. Ads worked in your favor? Oh, man. I'm always on YouTube as well. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. You can always come over to YouTube. It's fine. You don't have to give me money just because you want to avoid ads. I wish I could snooze the ads, actually. I need to start doing that. I need to start snoozing the ads because you can do that. All right, and that's going to sum up our draft. And that's fine. I understand that that's fine. He's probably going to be a bust anyway. So just to summarize, we picked Denny Odell. We got the guy we wanted. And then we drafted Jose Navarre, chat choice, at starting pitcher. Then we got Chris O'Neill, a right fielder. And then we got Connie Harley, a shortstop. Chris Asuncion. I don't know how to say his name. Probably not a good pick, but a relief pitcher. And then we got Clifford Potter. We got to have a Potter, right? You did well, Mr. Potter. Second baseman out of Michigan. And then Brandon Escalara, who is expected to go 87 on our board, is the last pick for us. So that is the draft. I guess we'll go ahead and sim through this All-Star break real quick, and then we'll end the episode. Let's see who's in the Home Run Derby then, shall we? Mike Trout, good to see that. Ronald Acuna, Willie Adames, Shohei Ohtani, Anthony Santander, Mookie Betts, Marcell Ozuna, and Luke Raley. Good for you, Luke. Good for you, Luke Raley. I hope you win it. We're not going to find out who won it, but I hope you win it. All-Star game. We know that we have some people. I hate the way they do this game. Paul Skeens is going to get the start for the National League, 13-0. So, yeah, Paul Skeens is good. Let's see who made it. National League. I don't expect us to have really anybody here. Paul Skeens gets the start. So let me go back. I hit the wrong thing again. Play the game. Yep, that's fine. Sure. So pitching-wise, Paul Skeens made it. There's Jose Oviedo. He made it as well. Still a C potential at an 81 overall. He's got 100 velo. Love it. Oviedo. Damn. Okay. I rarely see the 100 on the ratings. Did you know they could go to 100 in franchise? Oviedo is going to be a problem. Good stuff. All right, who else made it? Justin Martinez, Rasson. There's David Bednar. Good for him. He's only blown 2 saves this year. He absolutely deserves it. 28 out of 30. And that's it. So we had 2 starters and our closer make it. Love to see that. Ratings don't matter. 100%. There's Paul Skeens, 100% velo. 100 rating on his velo as well. Oh, he's 13-0, man. How is he not a 99 right now? Just saying. All right, so we made the All-Star. We had 3 pitchers make the All-Star team. Love to see that. We unfortunately lost. The Futures game. Let's check out the Futures. Do we have anyone there? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't remember. Oh, okay, National League. Duh. You get it. Let's see here. Do we have anything? There's the first pick in the draft last year, Willie Zimmerman. Not us though. There's Bubba Chandler. Boy, looking good. Looking good. Could be a September call up. And that's it. Okay. Let's see the lineups then. Whoops. No, wait. Yeah, I need to do that. I hit the wrong thing. God, I'm dumb. All right. Anyone make it from our organization? There is our number 1 prospect, Sam Sinecor. Out of AA, hitting .317 on the year, 2 homers, 25 RBIs, 15 stolen bases. Don't know how he has stolen bases, but we're not going to complain about it, okay? Okay. Took him in round 2 of the draft last season, and he is quickly going to make his way to AAA at the way he's going. Anything else? There's Matt Shaw. And that's it. So we had Bubba Chandler and Sam Sinecor representing your Pirates in the Futures game. Love to see that. And we will sim it. And we will pick up in the next episode, I think. We'll go see the Diamondbacks. And we'll have a Paul Skeen start against the D-backs in the next episode. So, hopefully that'll be tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Glad to have you all here, whether you were here live or lurking. We are live on Twitch and YouTube when we do these episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, if you're watching the VOD, what you think of the draft. And what do you think of the trade? I thought the trade was fine. Love the feedback, good and bad. And until then, Amish and Nick, appreciate the resubs. Shout out to you guys. And I'm not good at outros. So we'll see you in the next episode. Right? Let's go, Buccos. Happy Earth Day, by the way.